Hello, I'm Robert Lawrence, and it's really a pleasure to greet all of you who are alumni of the trade policy program that we've been running for over 20 years. For those of you who haven't seen me for a long time, I'm sure that I have changed somewhat, but our program has as well. And so I thought what I do is to let you know about the program and to see if there were people, colleagues of yours, or others who you think might benefit from the program that we are now offering. It's a pleasure for me, really, to talk to alums. Over the years, we've enjoyed very high ratings from our program, but the real purpose of the program was to train and to get you thinking about trade policy issues. And I hope that what you learned has stood the test of time. We have a program which is a continuation of the one with which you are familiar, the one you attended in Cambridge, but also which has had to change with the times. The major changes are twofold. Firstly, in terms of the way the program is going to be delivered this year. Given COVID and all of the restrictions that exist on travel, we are going to give a program that is going to be delivered purely remotely. The advantage of this is that the program costs less. It will still last over a period of 2 weeks. And it will allow us to pre-record some of the lecture materials, which will allow people who attend the program to watch and to mull over those recordings at their own leisure. In addition, the program will take place from 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time until 2 in the afternoon. And the small group work, which you are familiar with, will be done by people who are in similar time zones so that they can arrange those groups at their own convenience. But basically, the program's agenda will be very similar to the ones with which you are familiar, the kind of topics that we will be picking up on. Again, we will deal with the economics of trade, and that's the area where I will do most of the presentations. We will have Craig van Grastek, who is, as you know, a trained political scientist. By the way, one of the things that Craig has done over the past few years is to have written the official history of the World Trade Organization. And we'll have Brian Mandel, who will put the attendees through their paces when it comes to the practice of trade negotiations. We hope to make the classes as lively as the ones you attended. In fact, the great challenge in delivering via Zoom is to keep the attendees awake and involved. And so we will be continuing to use case studies, debates, and discussions in order to make the sessions lively. And we'll also be inviting guests who are experts to answer the questions that students may have on the topics that we will be touching on. The other aspect of the course that has to change is really the range of topics that we will be dealing with. You know, if we were giving this program 5 years ago, it looked as though the progress towards ever-increasing global integration, deeper integration in trade policy was almost inevitable. Things were on a smooth track. Today, I think it's fair to say that in numerous aspects, the trading system is in deep, deep trouble. And familiarity with some of the challenges that currently face trade policy is essential for a course like ours. So we will be talking about issues like the US-China trade war. We will be dealing with supply chains, the disruptions to supply chains because of COVID and the trade war. We'll be dealing with the political events that have resulted in growing populism. And indeed, the election of Donald Trump and Brexit highlight the role that these movements have played and the pressures that they are currently placing on the trading system. And then, of course, there's the impasse at the WTO. Now, unfortunately, both with respect to negotiations, the dormant Doha round on the one hand, and the fact that the appellate body is not operating, so that the dispute settlement system is no longer being able to function. And yet, I don't think things are all bleak when it comes to the trading system. Many countries, especially in Asia, have renewed their commitments to open trade. We've seen the various mega regional agreements being signed in Asia in the form of RCEP only recently. We saw the countries beside the United States implement the CPTPP. We've actually seen Africa now committing itself to a continental free trade area. So I think it's fair to say that the global economy presents a rather mixed picture, and it's one which is well worth exploring. There are also the negotiation challenges, particularly in getting an agreement on e-commerce, which I believe holds great, great potential, especially for small and medium-sized enterprises and for developing countries, not only to be able to sell goods in a larger global market, but also to export services to a much greater degree than they have been doing in the past. So all of these will be issues that our course will be discussing, in addition to giving the students, as we hope we gave you, a firm foundation in the economics, the rules, and the basic principles of negotiation. So if you enjoyed the course, if you feel that you benefited from it, and you know others, your colleagues who could benefit as well, I ask you to recommend the course and to recommend them to us. If there are any questions that they have, if they go to the website of our program, of the executive programs of Harvard Kennedy School, they'll be able to find a detailed description of the program that we're planning. And we will hold open applications because we have more flexibility given the virtual nature of the course. We will hold the applications through until early August. And so please let us know if there is an interest among your colleagues. We'd love to have them. And I hope that you all have been able to enjoy good health, given the challenges faced by the COVID pandemic, and that in the future, as I have done in the past, I will meet many of you in person and enjoy hearing stories about the networks that you formed, the friendships and relationships that you built. And I hope that again, you will retain contact with me and the colleagues that you send to the program in the future. Thank you for listening to this message. Please send us the colleagues that I know we would enjoy having attend our program.